Today we are going to discuss the first lesson of science section first, that is gravitation. See, we have learned more thing about gravitation in previous standard, but here in detail we are discussing the concept gravitation. The first question we have to discuss, that is, what are the effect of forces? If you are going to apply the force on any object, the 5 changes are going to take place. The first is when the object experiences the force, if it is stationary, then it sets into motion. That means the chalk is stationary, it is rest position. If I will apply the force, then definitely starts to move, that is, it is in the motion. So stationary object set into motion, that is the first change. What is the second change? The object which is already in the motion, if you are applying the force in opposite direction, then it retards its speed and come to rest. That means the object which is in motion come to rest. It is the second effect of a force. What is the third effect? There are some changes. There are 3 changes. Number 1, change in velocity. The object is moving, already it is in motion, it has its own velocity. If you are applying the force from backward, that means object is moving towards east direction, and you are applying force again in the east direction, the previous velocity gets changed and the new velocity will be increased. But suppose when you are applying the force on the object which is moving towards eastward in opposite direction, definitely its speed will decrease. That means to increase or decrease speed, that means to change the speed, we have to apply the force. That means if force is applied, velocity changes. Second change is change in direction. Object is moving in one direction. If you are going to apply the force on the same objects, it changes in direction. Good example is a game of cricket or football. If ball is moving in one direction and you are going to kick or hit the ball, then definitely it will change the direction. That means that is the fourth effect. If we apply the force which is already in the motion, it changes direction. And the last change is the third change, that is change in shape. Suppose you are having a water bottle, and if you apply the force on that one, definitely change the direction. If I will press this chalk will be broken into small pieces, that means changing shape. So these are the 5 effects due to applying forces. The first is stationary object set into motion. Second, the object which is in motion come to rest. Third, changing velocity. Fourth, changing direction. And the last one, changing shape. These are the 5 effects we are getting because of applying force, or if force is applied, these 5 changes are going to take place. Next point is that types of forces. See, there are 2 kinds of forces. The first force is contact force. Without contact we can't apply this force, or the force which can be applied with contact only, that force is called as contact force. What are the examples? First is a muscular force. To pick up any objects from the ground, we have direct contact with that object. Without contact we can't do that activity. So the muscular force is also example of contact force. Second, mechanical force. Suppose you want to paddle a cycle, you should have the contact with the paddle, then only you can paddling it. And so mechanical force is also the contact force. Friction force, the object which is in the motion, if you want to change the velocity, opposite velocity or opposite force you have to do. You are applying the brakes to the cycle in the opposite direction of motion. And if there is not a direct contact, then friction force will not be there. So friction force is also an example of contact force. Normal force. See, normal force means someone is sitting on the chair. Because of direct contact with the chair get experienced by some force. A heavy object, when you are taking it into hand, your hands started to get little pains because it is exerting a normal force on you. And last one, tension Suppose you are stretching your finger. Because of this applying force force on the finger, there is a tension within this finger. So this tension force is also contact force. When contact is not there, force is also not there, and effect is also not there. So these are the some examples of contact force. So what is another kind of force? It is a field force. Field force means what? These forces can do effect without contact, but that second object will be or should be within this field. For example, suppose three magnets are there. The one magnet is far away from second one, and third magnet is near to the second one. So definitely without contact, two magnets get attracted towards each other. But why the magnet which is far away from these two magnets will not get attracted? Because it is beyond the force, or it is beyond the field. That means these forces, or some forces, will do effect when other objects are within their field. So magnetic force is an example of field force. Without contact, the magnet can attract magnetic substances towards it. Next is electrical force. We have discussed in the 9th standard, electrons are negatively charged and it can be attracted by the protons without any contact, but there should be field, or these two objects are in between their fields or within their fields. Like this one, gravitation force is also a field force. If there is not a direct contact in between two objects, then only, or as it is so, there will be force in between two objects. The two objects can be attracted towards each other, and that is field force. So gravitational force is a field force. See here. Now we are focusing more on the gravitational force. What is gravitational force? Gravitational force is a universal force. Means gravitational force exists everywhere in the world or in the universe. So it can be considered as a universal force. More important information we will see later. Second, this gravitational force is firstly discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. You know the Bell story. He was sitting below the apple tree. The apple tree star. Apple has fallen down, and because of that one, he was searching what is there. Because of what the apple has fallen down. So just start this thing. Suppose apple is here. This is the position of an apple. It is at rest. That means it do not having any kind of motion. As it's fall down, that means as it is moving downward, that means stationary object set into motion. But when stationary object will set into motion, force is needed. And as apple is moving downward, someone from downside pulling that apple down, that means something is there. We will discuss what is that. But something is there which definitely exerts force on this apple, and Sir Isaac Newton discovered that. That means he reached to conclusion that this earth is exerting force on this object towards itself, and so this apple is falling down. And as apple is falling on the ground, if you extend this line downward, it reaches to the center. Not only apple, any other object. Suppose this is the object B. This condition is A. Definitely there is a force of attraction in between this earth and this object B, and it also attracted by the earth. But if you extend this one, it will reach to the center of earth. What is true with the apple? That is the case A. What is true with the case B? Any other object. That is true with this moon. Suppose this one is a position of moon, and moon is the first object, earth is the second object. Definitely within this one we having the force of gravitation, or gravitational force exists within these two objects. And if you join the line like this one, it also reaches, as per case A and B, it will reach to the center of earth. So how is the gravitational force? See, apple must be attracted by the earth. Why apple has fallen down? Because apple must be attracted by the earth, so it starts to move towards the earth. So this attracting force is there. Which force is there? this force is called as, now just we are calling it is attracting force. Because of this attracting force, apple has or must be attracted towards the earth. So apple must be attracted by the earth. This is the first conclusion we have reached. This attractive force must be directed towards the center of the earth. See, this is the attracted force or this attracting force. If you extend this line, it reaches to the center of the earth. That means apple has fallen down or moved downward because apple must be attracted by the earth. And how is this force working? This attractive force must be directed. We are getting this much line, but here we are doing this one as dot line, that is imaginary. Imagination we have done here. This force must be directed towards the center of earth. And this direction, which direction? See, this one is apple. Apple having the attracting force. Attracting force is exerted by the earth. And this force is directly towards the center of earth. So this direction, which direction? The force, attracting force direction is vertical. And so it falls vertically downward. So can we raise one question? The any objects or an apple, why it falls vertically downward? See, once again I am explaining. As the apple or any object get attracted by the earth, means what? That object or apple must be attracted by the earth. Clear? So it is moving towards the earth. Second, this attracting force or attractive force must be directed. What is the direction of this attractive force? It is towards the center of the self, towards the center of earth. So this attractive force must be directed towards the center of earth, and this attractive force direction is vertical, directly towards the center, and so all the objects or an apple fall vertically downward. Two concepts, more concepts we are discussing. The first within that is circular motion. Circular means the motion of an object along the circumference. See how circular motion we are getting, that we are discussing. This one is an object A. It having its own velocity. It having its own force. Without giving or without applying any force on this object, which is frictional force in this direction, this object will not come to the rest. That is Newton's first law. That is law of inertia. The object which is motion always keep into motion, or always it will be in the motion, and the object which is at rest always it remains as it is. That is the Newton's law, you know. So the object A having a velocity, that means it having its own force. Any other force is not working on this object, and so we are getting only unidirection or motion which is in the one direction. So what we are getting here? We are getting change in position. Yes, every time the object is changing its position, but definitely there should not be change in direction. It is having only one direction. So to change the direction, what it requires? So definitely we have discussed effect of forces. To change the direction, to change the velocity, to change the shape, there should be force. And the force, how is the force? According to that force, the object will change the direction. If suppose the object is here, if you are going to give the force in this direction, definitely it will start to move to else direction. But now we are discussing what is circular motion, how circular motion get achieved. See. Now consider this one is the first object, and the first object having this direction, this much is the direction. It's having its own velocity. That means one force is acting on that object. Just we have given the force, and the object is moving in the linear path or in the straight direction without changing the velocity, because any other force within this or in the same direction or opposite or from any direction, the force is not acting on that object. So this object is moving in only one direction. Now what we want to do, we are going to apply force towards downward. The object, see, the object is in motion. Already it is natural motion it having. And when object is having the natural motion, within that one you are giving the downward force. If object is moving this kind of direction or the force or velocity, and if you are going to pull that object downward, so it will start to move in such a direction, or it will change the direction. So definitely without going straight it will come down. So definitely it will come down. So that is change in direction. Now it starts to move towards this direction. Again you are applying the force towards this direction. See now what will happen. So as you are applying the force here, just to apply the force applied, direction get changed. The object starts to move downward. Again you are applying the force, thirdly, then again it will change its motion. Again you are applying the force in this direction, then it will change its direction. See, how many times you have applied force? 1, 2, 3, 4. As you have applied 4 times different forces, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times the object has changed its direction. Now the object which was moving like this, now by changing direction it is moving towards this direction. Now direction is this one. Here is the direction. Here is the direction we have. That is change in direction. How the object has changed the direction we have shown by this arrows. Now we are applying the force upward. As you are applying the force upward, definitely as a rule, it will change the direction and the object starts to move like this. Now again we are applying the forces. See, again we have applied force. So again we are getting there is a change in direction. And by this one we are getting this original position by applying the force. But see, few times we have applied force, and if you are continuously applying the force, continuous force, first, second, third, not continuously applying the force, so as we are getting change in direction little away from each other, we are getting this motion now or change in direction continuously, and as there is a continuous change in direction, we are getting one circle, and so this is called as circular motion. See how we have achieved a circular motion. Already the object was moving in straight direction. As object was moving in straight direction, it's in normal within its normal velocity, we are applying force continuously. How? Perpendicular to this velocity. So this is the force applied, velocity, force. And as you are, it is a normal force. Normally we are applying the force. As this force is continuous one, definitely the object will change direction continuously, and we are getting the circle, or it completes its circle, and the object which is moving along the circle is called circular motion, or the motion in which object is moving along the circular path, that is called as circular motion. Is it clear what is the circular motion? Okay, two things are there. See, to maintain the circular motion, position should be get changed and direction also get changed. As continuous direction changing, continuously one next or second force you are applying, then how is this force? See, suppose you will extend these parts or extend these forces, you are getting at one point, and in geometric words this is called as center of a circle. So how all these forces? All these forces are towards center. See, all these forces are towards the center of a circle along which object is moving, and this force, that means it is a perpendicular to the motion. This force is center seeking force, and the center seeking force is nothing but centripetal force. So what is required to keep object in circular motion? There should be centripetal force. that means center seeking force. And if there is a center seeking force, that is centripetal force, definitely objects will be in circular motion. So there is a pair. Wherever circular motion, it is because of only centripetal force, and wherever we having the centripetal force, definitely the result is circular motion. So how will you define this motion? The force acts on an object which is in circular motion. The object is in circular motion, and this force is acting on that object which is in circular motion, but this force is directed towards the center of circle. Then this force is called as centripetal force. But why we are discussing the centripetal force? See, when force has applied on this apple starts to move down and fall on the earth. But moon is not falling on the earth. Why moon is not falling on the earth? Because the gravitational force in between the moon and the earth is not enough to pull that moon or to attract the moon towards the earth. So moon is not going to fall on the earth. But definitely there is a force of attraction which holds that moon, gets attracted towards the earth, and so it works as a centripetal force. And because of this centripetal force, moon having its normal velocity, because not other forces are acting on the moon, and only it having its natural velocity, and within that one centripetal force which is exerted by the earth on moon acting there, which is towards the center of earth, and so moon is moving around the earth in circular orbit. What is true with the moon? Definitely it is true with all the planets. Definitely all the planets having the centripetal force which is exerted by the sun towards the center of the sun. So all the planets are moving around the sun, and so with the help of this discovery by Sir Isaac Newton, many things get clear. Why there is a force of attraction in between two objects, why some objects fall vertically downward on the earth, and why some objects are moving around the earth. What will happen if we reduce the centripetal force? See here, the object is moving downward because of applied force. If you reduce the force, as you are reducing the centripetal force, as you are reducing the force, direction was changing, but now it will not change, and this object will not change the direction here. It will start to move downward. So wherever there is a centripetal force, definitely circular motion, and if you are going to cut the centripetal force, object will not remain in the circular motion, it will keep straight. Many examples are there in the textbook. Tie one thread to tie one stone to the thread and starts to move. Your hand is the center of a circle around which the stone is moving. If you are going to leave this string, definitely the stone will not move in the circular motion. It will skip or it will fly off else direction. Again, one example they have discussed: keep one coin on the fan blade. The fan axle will work as a center of a circle, and the fan's blade starts to move. Along with blade of fan, the coin also starts to move, but coin starts to move little away from that axle, and once it thrown away, and it will fly off in the perpendicular direction from where it has skipped its path.